the next experiment is estimation of potassium permanganate using oxalic acid. The first titration we were used potassium permanganate was ferrous ammonium sulfate. Here the oxalic acid. The aim of the experiment: prepare m/50 solution of oxalic acid. With the help of this solution, find out the molarity and strength of the given potassium permanganate solution. Apparatus and chemical requirements already we were seen in the first experiment, the same apparatus only the change is the substance oxalic acid instead of ferrous ammonium sulfate. Then the ionic equation, first reduction half cell and the oxidation half cell reaction. The reduction half cell reaction MnO4 minus plus 8H plus 5 electrons gains gives Mn2 plus 4H2O, 4 molecules of water. Then the oxidation half cell oxalate ion, that is C2O4 2 minus, gives 2 moles of carbon dioxide and 2 electrons. You have to balance the electron. After balancing the electron, you have to cross multiply with this 2 electrons, so that multiple into 2, 5 electron multiple into 5. So you will get the net equation. Electrons are cancelled. You will get the net equation is 2 MnO4 minus plus 16H plus 5 moles of oxalate ion C2O4 2 minus gives 10 moles of carbon dioxide plus 2 moles of Mn2. Ionic equation, first reduction half cell reaction. MnO4 minus, that is permanganate ion, plus 8H plus 5 electron gives Mn2 plus 4H2O. Then the oxidation half cell reaction, oxalate ion C2O4 2 minus gives 2 CO2 plus 2 electron. So balancing the electron, you have to multiply 5 electrons, so that you have to multiply in this oxidation half cell into 5. Reduction half cell 2 electron here, so that opposite is 2. So after multiplying, you will get the net equation 2 MnO4 minus plus 16H plus 5 C2O4 2 minus gives 10 CO2, that is carbon dioxide, and 2 Mn2 plus and 8 molecules of water. So this is the net equation. Next is a simple procedure. The burette solution is potassium permanganate, pipette solution is oxalic acid, indicator potassium permanganate is a self indicator, endpoint colorless to permanent pale pink color, and the temperature range is 60 to 70 degrees Celsius. Here you have to heat the standard solution, that is the pipette solution, you have to heat nearly 60 to 70 degrees Celsius. Why we are heating here means the oxalic acid presence of carbon dioxide. So here look at the first in the equation, the carbon dioxide removed. That's why after 60 to 70 degrees Celsius the carbon dioxide is removed. That means the rate of reaction will increase. Without heating the reaction occurs, but the rate is very slow. The reaction is very slow. That's why we are heating the experiment. The procedure is you have to prepare m/50 standard solution of oxalic acid, then pipette out 20 ml of oxalic acid solution in the conical flask and add to 10 ml of 2 normal dilute sulfuric acid or 2 molar sulfuric acid. Then heat about 60 to 70 degrees Celsius and titrates against potassium permanganate solution. The end point is colorless to permanent pink color is appeared. Then the preparation of the standard solution, that is oxalic acid. Already the aim is what? m/50 solution. So you have to use this formula, molarity of the oxalic acid is equal to weight divided by molecular weight of the oxalic acid into 1000 divided by 100, because of we are going to prepare 100 ml solution, so that 100. Suppose if you prepare 250 ml means you have to divide by 250. So here molarity of this solution is oxalic acid is 1 by 50. Weight divided by the molecular weight of oxalic acid is 126. That is the hydrated oxalic acid, COOH twice dot 2H2O, that is hydrated oxalic acid, into 10. After getting that value is weight is 0.252 gram. Now we will start the titration. Here the substance weight, that is oxalic acid substances here, 0.252 gram we have to take. Here 0.250, that is no problem. The third decimal is not a problem. So this is the accuracy of the substance. Now we can prepare the standard solution. Now we have to prepare the standard solution. Already weighed, that is 0.252 gram. Prevent of hydrolysis, we have to add 2 normal dilute sulfuric acid. So this is the 2 molar dilute sulfuric acid. So I am adding the sulfuric acid. Then dissolve the substance slowly. So you have to prepare exact 100 ml of oxalic acid, that is M by 50 solution of oxalic acid. Pour some water and stir it. The substance will dissolve. So here completely dissolve the substance. Again add the water till the marking point of the standard flask. Now exactly 100 ml. So this is M by 50 solution of oxalic acid, 100 ml standard solution. Now we can titrate against the K1O4 in this solution. Rinse the pipette with the solution of oxalic acid. After rinse, you have to take 20 ml of the standard solution in pipette. Here also the measurement is very exact. See, this 20 ml pipette solution, that is oxalic acid solution. The mark, look at this mark, up to this mark 20 ml. So we have to transfer this solution to the titration flask. After transferring the solution, you have to heat the conical flask solution, because this contains carbon dioxide, because COOH group is there, so that we have to remove the carbon dioxide gas. So we have to heat the solution. See, I am going to heat the solution. This is tripod stand and this is wire gas. You can't heat directly, so using of wire gas is very important. after a few minutes the vapors are coming out, that is carbon dioxide gas. Then you have to titrate. Now can you see the vapor, students? Look at the conical flask. The carbon dioxide gases are coming out. Can you see this? See, when you reach the temperature 60 to 70 degrees Celsius, the carbon dioxide gases will come out. Just keep this. Then after that you have to do one thing that is very important one, off the burner. Then titration against the potassium permanganate solution. See students, this is purate solution. This contains potassium permanganate. Already I filled this. Before filling this solution, you have to rinse the purate with potassium permanganate solution. Now we have to titrate the solution. Slowly add drop by drop. Once react with potassium permanganate, it shows pink color, but immediately disappears. So you have to stir well. Slowly add drop by drop. The conical flask is hot, so you use any waste cloth. Once the potassium permanganate solution contact with this solution, look, immediately shows the pink color, but after stirring it disappear. The pink color should not change, that is the end point. This titration, it will take some times, so you have to do the titration till get the concordant value. You have to do this experiment very carefully. Slowly add drop wise. So I am adding like this only. See, this is permanent pale pink color. The permanent pale pink color is appeared. Can you see here? So the titrations are over. Now you can see the value of the that is the scale of the burette reading. Here 16 is shown, you can see. Now can you see the value? Here the 16, exactly 16. Now look at the calculation part. First the experiment wise already I did 2 times. So I get a concordant value, again I got 16 ml. Look at this, the first experiment, volume of oxalic acid is 20 ml, burette readings, that is potassium permanganate solution, initial 0, final, the first experiment end point is 16 ml, second experiment also 16 ml. You have to do 2 or 3 times. So 16 ml is a concordant value. Then the molarity of the oxalic acid is weight, molarity is equal weight per liter divided by molecular weight. Weight per liter already we seen, that is 0.202 molar, that is M1. So molarity of oxalic acid 0.02 molar M1. Volume of oxalic acid 20 ml. Number of electron lost 2 electrons. Molarity of K1O4 we have to find out. Volume of K1O4 16 ml, that is end point in the burette reading. Number of electrons gained 5 electrons from that ionic equation. The number of electron lost and gain is from the ionic equation. So the formula is M2 is equal to V1 M1 X1 divided by V2 X2. V1 20 M1 0.02 into X1 2 divided by 16 into 5, that is V2 and X2. After simplifying you will get 0.01 molar. So this is the M2 value, molarity of potassium permanganate. Now we have to calculate the strength of the potassium permanganate. Strength of the K1O4 is equal to molarity into molecular weight. So molarity already we got, that is 0.01 molar into molecular weight is potassium permanganate 158. So calculation this value you will get 1.58 gram per liter. So this is strength. The result, molarity of the given potassium permanganate solution is 0.01 molar. Strength of the given potassium permanganate solution is 1.58 gram per liter. Thank you, students.